Hello, it's April and welcome to my toy world. Today I'm opening up some fun Scooby-Doo action figures here. I absolutely love Scooby-Doo. I have always loved Scooby-Doo since I was a child, and every October I definitely love watching Scooby-Doo episodes. I think they're nice and spooky and perfect for Halloween month. So today I thought I would open up some Series 2 Scooby-Doo figures. Last year around Halloween week I opened up a bunch of Series 1 figures as well as the mystery van, and I will link that below. So I have 5 action figure sets here to open up today. They each come with a main character and a villain. So this is the first one here. This is Scooby-Doo and the Headless Horseman here. And on the back, it talks a little bit more about them. It says, Scooby-Doo chases ghosts and ghouls with the rest of Mystery Inc., but he'd much rather keep busy with a Scooby snack. His best friend is Shaggy, and you can usually find both of them either running away from a monster or snacking on a double-decker sandwich in the back of the Mystery Machine. And this is the Headless Horseman here, and it says, many years ago the Headless Horseman was a soldier who had his head knocked off by a cannonball before he was buried in Sleepy Hollow. Every Halloween he rises from the grave to look for a new head, and lately he seems to be interested in the Crane family diamond. So it kind of gives a little backstory on the classic Scooby-Doo episodes where the villain was featured. So this is Scooby-Doo and the Headless Horseman, and after I read all of these and take a look at these all in their package, I will open them up and we can take a close-up look at each one. This is Fright Face Scooby and the Zombie. So the Scooby here has a little bit different facial expression, and then we have the zombie figure there. On the back it says the same thing about Scooby-Doo, and here it talks about the zombie. A mumbling, stumbling creature, the zombie is a master of scaring locals out of the woods. He always seems to be digging in the ground when people wander by. So that is definitely very spooky. And then next we have this one here, Scared Shabby and Captain Cutler's Ghost. And here he is looking in like an old-fashioned dive suit, and Shaggy is looking extra crazy today here in this one. And it says here, here's the picture of Shaggy and Captain Cutler's Ghost, and it says, Shaggy Rogers. Shaggy is the goofiest, most chicken-hearted, and hungriest member of Mystery Inc. He might run at the first sign of danger, but when it comes to helping Scooby and his friends, he's always ready to step in. And then Captain Cutler's Ghost. The ghost of Captain Cutler is a seaweed-draped deep-sea diver that takes revenge on the marina's yachts by making them disappear. His encounter with Scooby and Mystery Inc. gang sets off a mystery expedition involving secret coves and submerged sunken ships. So that's definitely a fun classic monster there. And then we have Velma and the Ghost, another classic here. And here's the picture on the back. And on the back here, it talks a little bit about Velma Dinkley. Velma is the resident whiz kid of Mystery Inc. Her hyper-analytical mind deciphers clues almost as fast as she can say jinkies. Although the group tries to stick together, Velma often ends up wandering off by herself, searching for the next clue. While Scooby-Doo's weakness is snacks, Velma's weakness is her glasses. Without her black-rimmed specs, she's lost. And as you know, she's always losing her glasses in many of the Scooby-Doo episodes. And then we have here the Ghost. The Ghost is a spooky phantom that floats through walls and glows in the dark. The Ghost's creepy cries echo throughout the Mystery Mansion and scare locals away. So that's just a fun classic monster there. And then lastly, we have another classic, Daphne and the Witch Doctor here. And let's see, here is Daphne and the Witch Doctor, and it talks a little bit about Daphne here. Daphne Blake, fashionable, curious, and a magnet for trouble. Her tendency to plunge into scary situations has earned her the nickname Danger-Prone Daphne, as every choice she makes seems to put her in harm's way. And the Witch Doctor. The Witch Doctor carries a staff topped by a skull to complement his robe and voodoo mask. He haunts an ancient village and scares away trespassers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get all 5 of these boxes opened up, and we'll take a closer look at all of these action figures. Okay, so I have all of the figures out of their package. We'll go ahead and start with this one over here. This is Shaggy and Captain Cutler's Ghost. Here is Shaggy. You can see his facial expression there and his crazy hair and his outfit. His arms bend up and down like this, and then at the elbow, some nice articulation there, which I think is really nice. He can even have his hands kind of go down like this, so he is making sort of a little bit of a scared pose there. I think that that's really cool. And then his legs bend at the waist and at the knees, so he can sit down also. And let's go ahead and see if this figure can stand up here. And he can, which I think is really wonderful. So these figures can stand on their own, which is really nice. Here is Captain Cutler's ghost. You can see the details on this figure here. Really nice little detail there on the scuba suit and his little seaweed there. And he is also articulated at the shoulder here and at the elbow. So he can change his position, and same with his legs. He can bend at the waist and at the knees. And let's see if he can stand on his own as well. And he can. So really nice sturdy bases there. Very nicely balanced figures. These stand really nicely, which I think is always a plus. And then we'll talk about Scooby-Doo and the zombie here. So this is the Scooby-Doo from this set. This one has a different facial expression, a frightened face here. It's called Fright Face Scooby, and his legs also bend at the hip and the knee, which is nice, and at the shoulder and this front joint here in his leg, which makes him really nice and posable. And he can also stand up nicely there. And here's the zombie. He's got his classic expression there and his sort of tattered outfit here. And he does not bend at the knees or the waist. He kind of just, his arms only bend at the shoulders like so. But that's okay, because that is how zombies would probably walk. So that is him, and he also stands up really nicely, which is great. Okay, and next we'll talk about Scooby and the Headless Horseman here. And this Scooby has this facial expression, and he is articulated in the same manner. And his tail also moves too, so did the other one. Forgot to mention that. So there's Scooby, and here is the Headless Horseman. He has this really nice cape here and a very detailed outfit. His legs bend at both the waist and the knee, and his arms bend at the shoulder and elbow. So he is nice and posable. Let's see how well this figure stands. Let's see here, pretty nicely, which that is also really nice. And then we have Daphne and the Witch Doctor here. Here is Daphne. You can see her classic look here, and similarly articulated to the other figures. She does have a little trouble bending at the waist because of her outfit here, but she does bend a little bit. So a little bit articulated there on the legs, but otherwise really nice. Let's see how she stands here. Pretty well. And then here's the Witch Doctor. Again, this one, like the zombie, is only, it's like pre-posed. So the only thing that moves are the arms here at the shoulders, which I think is fine because they've posed him really nicely. And then lastly, we have Velma and the Ghost. So here is Velma here up close with her glasses. And she bends at the shoulders and elbows and waist and legs again. With her, she does not bend all the way. This is as far as her legs bend at the waist because of her solid little dress here. So mostly she just stands and then bends at the knee. She couldn't really sit properly, so she would have to just sit kind of like this. But that's okay, and she looks really cool. Her head, the heads also move back and forth on most of these figures here. And then this is the Ghost. This one is, of course, not articulated in any way. It's just a molded plastic ghost, but it has a really nice base here, which makes it nice and sturdy for displaying and playing with. You can move this around nicely. And I also thought that I'd point out real quick the backdrop of their box. It was really nicely detailed. I thought that that looked pretty cool. It'd be fun to save one of these to use in different toy displays. It's just the nice mystery haunted mansion there, which I think is really cool. And so those are all of the Scooby-Doo action figures that I found from Series 2. That is all it shows here on the back. It shows this figure here as well as the 4 here. So I believe we have all 5 from Series 2, unless there are some specifically included in some of the larger sets, which I'm still hoping to potentially get the Mystery Mansion. I think that that would be a fun addition to this collection. So I hope you enjoyed taking a look at all of these fun classic Scooby-Doo action figures. Again, the perfect toy for Halloween month, and of course any time of year for Scooby-Doo fans. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe for more videos from April's Toy World. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.